Okay, I want to go over some basics with how to do some green screening in After Effects. What we're going to do first is we're going to take this clip here, and you can see it's just one of the students in our green room area at the school. I'm going to create a new composition by dragging the clip onto the new composition button right down there. And from here, what I need to do first is I need to cut it out so it's only the green in the background. So over here you can see there's some extra stuff. We don't want that because obviously it's not going to be able to green screen that out. Very nice. So to do that, I'm just going to make sure that I've got the layer selected, and I'm going to go up to my pen tool and I'm going to create a really basic mask. Now you don't have to go over it really close. It's really rough here. The key here is that as he moves, or as your actor moves, you just want to make sure that he never goes outside of that mask. So get a little bit of that, and yep, that looks pretty good. Alright, the only effect that you actually need to put on it is called a KeyLight. So I'm going to go up to my effects. Now if you can't see the effects, it's kind of hidden over there. You can always go up to Window and choose Effects. So you can see Window and Effects and Presets. So there it is, and I'm just going to type in the word KeyLight. In fact, if I just type in key, it should show up. There it is right there. This is KeyLight 1.2. So I'm going to drag this onto my clip. Now, if you've used the Ultra Key or the Chroma Key in Premiere or any other video editing software, it's going to look somewhat familiar, but the KeyLight is it's really powerful, and it just does a really nice job. First thing you want to do, choose the color that you want to key out. So in this case, it's set to black. I'm going to choose my eyedropper and just pick a green here. And you can see it does a pretty good job right off the bat, but it's still not all that nice. Now, as soon as I've done the color, I want to change my view. And you're going to get a lot better results if you play around in the screen matte. And my goal here is that I want my person to be all white, and I want everything else to be black. So there's a few ways to do this. I mean, there's tons of options in here. The best luck that I've had is I've adjusted the screen matte, and if I increase the clip black value, like that, and then I decrease the clip white, actually does a pretty nice job. And so I can always bounce back and forth and say, okay, well that's screen matte, let's go back to the final result, and that's pretty clean right there. Now this is really common. You'll see that right around the edges you get a little bit of coloring there. Now sometimes, especially around the hair, sometimes you'll see it as green. In this case it's kind of gray. It's almost a bit of a halo. So we can clean that up because you don't want that. It can be a little distracting as you're watching it. So to clean up that one, we're going to just kind of go right into the screen shrink grow. And you can see as I adjust it, if I increase it, I actually get a bit of a glow on them there. But as I decrease it, it takes that edge right away. And if I keep going, it's just going to make it smaller and smaller. So I'm just eyeballing this and getting it so I don't have that hovering effect at all. Okay, and that looks pretty solid right there. Depending on what you're putting in the background, sometimes you might want to test it. So I don't know. Let's just test it with the new solid here. And I don't know. Let's pick a red color or something like that. I'll just click OK, drag that below. So you can see that key's actually pretty solid, you know. So what else can we do with it? Well, I'm going to go back to my effect controls here. There are tons more things you can do here. You know, there's some color correction you can do, where if you're finding that the person's turning kind of green, you can enable a color correction. You can tone down the saturation a bit, you know, and take away some of the intense colors. You can adjust the brightness. I mean, there's no limit to what you can do. If you want just a white outline, you can do that. It's just playing around, but those basic steps that I just showed you, that's what's going to get you through most of the green screening. So reminder, it's screen color, use your screen matte to start it off, adjust the clip black, adjust the clip white, and then if you need to, screen shrink or grow. And again, there's lots more settings in here if you want to play around and get that perfect key. Now here's another kind of cool thing. I'm just going to bring up another file here. So I'm going to drag this file into my project. And this is just another green screen that we had done. So I'm going to drag this down into my composition. And maybe I'll put it right in the front to start actually. And again, same step as before. I'm going to take my pen tool, create a mask, and I'll just kind of mask around as long as it's just green. There we go, and just make sure that when I scrub through, she doesn't, you know, jump out of there or move or anything like that. That looks pretty solid. Now here's your time saver. Go back to your effect controls. If you've done the green screen and the same lighting, same camera and all that, the settings aren't going to change. And if you've done one really nice fine tuning of your KeyLight, you can just use those same settings. So I'm going to take the KeyLight here, select it. This is on my first one that I did. I'm going to hit Control C to copy it. Then I'm going to go over to my other layer, which is my, my new green screen. And I'm just going to hit Control V to paste it. And all of a sudden, oops, she is keyed out pretty much perfectly, and I can, you know, resize her, do whatever I want to, and, you know, put it over there. I can turn the background off. I can do whatever I need to. So that's your basics with KeyLight and using green screen techniques in After Effects. Hope that helps.